All right, good evening, everyone. It is Monday, October 7th. It's 7 p.m. This is a regular meeting of the Town Council. Will everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The following Town Council members are present in chambers: Mauer, Lapellis, Formicella, O'Rourke, Wales, Juva. The following Town Council members are here remotely: Reed and Persico. The following Town Council member is absent: Kohut. All right, and before we move on to our consent calendar, a tremendous tragedy occurred, impacting the lives of millions of people across our world that identify as members of the Jewish faith. And I would just ask for a moment of silence to reflect on all the lives impacted by that terrorist attack on October 7th of 2023. Thank you, everyone. Moving on to item 3, our consent calendar. If there's no objection, I'm going to pass the consent calendar as presented. Moving on to item 4, our communications. I ask that communication items A through F be incorporated into the minutes of our meeting. Moving on to item 5, public participation. Is there any member of the public that would like to participate? If you wouldn't, just please come down to the podium. Name and address for the record. We have a recording. Ready to go.
My name is Marjorie Busey. I'm the Tenant Commissioner at Fairway Acres at 358 Wheeler Road, Monroe, Connecticut. I'm here because usually you have 5 board members. And unfortunately, we're losing our chairman at the end of this month. And we did have another one resign, I believe 3 weeks ago. So we're down to 2 members. And it's very important that minimum we have 3 for a quorum. I came to you in January and you were very helpful then because we were kind of in a disaster area, but everything came out fine. I mean, Ben left us, but that was okay. And now we have Elizabeth, who is, thank you for sending her to us. She's great, Elizabeth Edgerton.
Oh,
And now I'm just looking for help now because we want to do good in the next year. We want to have a full house and get things going the way it should be going. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Just for informational purposes, you stated that the chairman was going to step down at the end of the month.
It's the end of her term.
Okay. So if that person would like to be reappointed, that can be done through the office of the first selectman or the political parties in town can nominate other people to be considered by the first selectman to then be brought to town council's consideration.
That would be better because I know she's looking forward to retiring too.
Okay. So thank you very much. So you have 2 open in the next month, you'll have 2 open positions to
Actually,
fill.
that's 3.
You have 3. Okay. So I'm going to ask that our Monroe and Democrat town committees look for suitable members so that we can have them go through the first selectman's office, and hopefully we'll give you a full board as soon as there are some willing volunteers.
That would be wonderful. Now, I know we do have, our meetings are at 1:30. We're going to change that back to the way it was. We're going to go evenings. Because a lot of people, I know his family comes first and they have work. So I think an evening meeting is much better.
And
Best.
I'm sure the future volunteers and members of your board will be very appreciative of that.
Thank you very much for hearing me, and I hope we find people. I really do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Is there any other member of the public that would like to participate this evening? Okay. Sir, name and address for the record, just at the microphone down here.
Yeah, my name is Gary Souls. I live at 358 Wheeler Road, apartment B3. And all the members on the board are not experienced in rents and stuff like that. And it's over a year or 2 years, nothing's been done. People have to have knowledge of what they need to do about rents and situations with repairs and to get things done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other member of the public that would like to participate? Hearing none, seeing none, I'm going to close public participation for the evening. We have no appointments this evening. Moving on to action items. Item A, Town Council Committee on Finance, Education, Health, Public Safety Matters. Madam Vice Chair.
We not had a meeting.
Thank you very much. Moving on to B, Town Council Committee on Planning, Zoning, Public Works, and Park and Recreation Matters. Councilmember Juba.
I've not met since our last meeting.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item C, Town Council Committee on Legislative and Administrative Matters. Councilmember Reed.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
All right, great. Hello, everybody. We did meet tonight. We spoke about two matters that are in front of us, 141 and 142. 141 being the Secretary of State Early Voting Grant Agreement, and 142 is the Tree Warden Professional Services Agreement. Both met consensus to come to council.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item D, Strategic Plan Committee. We have not met since our last town council meeting. I will note that there is a conflict between the second part of the Board of Education study dealing with student demographics and our next town council meeting. I will personally review the footage after it is uploaded and can be reviewed. I am under the impression that that portion of the study will be posted online for review as well. Again, this all has to do with the Board of Education's facilities study. Moving on to item E, Open Space Preservation and Acquisition Committee. Councilmember O'Rourke.
Mr. Chairman, we have not met since our last meeting.
Thank you very much. And moving on to our First Selectman's update. First Selectman Rooney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To start off with emergency services updates, the Small Business Administration, as we've seen, the Small Business Administration has set up a business recovery center in the Monroe Police Department, the Monroe Police Station downstairs. Signage is there. You walk in and they'll help you and tell you where to go. FEMA assistance information. My office has posted information to our Town of Monroe website and the Town of Monroe Facebook page regarding how to apply for FEMA funds, what to expect from FEMA, housing inspection, and how to identify basement damage. This information can be found by Monroe residents under news and announcements on that page. We had the SBA, we had a press conference last week. The governor and other state elected officials held a press conference in honor of Monroe leadership, hosting the Small Business Administration, now located inside our police department. This conference was joined by our state rep, Tony Scott, along with top operators of FEMA, DEMIS, and SBA. This cooperative effort has made it convenient for Monroe residents to meet with SBA, who will be here to help our community and other towns impacted as well. The flood has been a difficult time for Monroe, and this is another step towards recovery. The Monroe Fire Department had an open house. The Monroe Volunteer Fire Department had their annual open house on October 5th. Friends and families gathered for fun and safety tips. In event of a fire, an array of small gifts and fire hats were given to our curious little ones who maybe someday want to be in the fire service. Once again, thank you for the wonderful community connection, always created by Monroe's bravest. Community update, Special Olympics airplane pull. I was part of a team, Procyon partners, in pulling an airplane in support of the Special Olympics at Tweed New Haven Airport. Last year, we took first place. This year, we weren't so lucky, but we tried. This event is held every year. It's my second year competing for a great cause. Center for Family Justice Employee Picnic. The Center for Family Justice offered an invitation to the employee picnic at Wolf Park. Employees enjoyed music, pizza, games, and relaxation. CFJ often dedicates time to Monroe, and as always, I assured them that Monroe is in full support of what they do for our residents that need their services. And Think Pink. As always, Think Pink conducted an amazing charitable event commitment to caring about those affected by breast cancer. Thank you to everyone who attended. The Think Pink team of volunteers, Bonnie Maurer, who is the matriarch of the operation, along with her son, Councilman Jason Maurer, is here with us today, who are consistently growing this event year after year. It's a great cause that all of our town can support. Kira's Light 5K, the seventh annual Chasing Kira's Light 5K, 12K was held October 5th at Great Howell Lake. This race is in remembrance of Kira O'Driscoll, who passed away due to an unfortunate disease called Dravet syndrome, which causes seizures. This race welcomed over 200 runners who raised proceeds to support families and individuals afflicted. Just to give you a heads up, the Veterans Day ceremony is coming. The American Legion Post 176 of Monroe and Post 160 of Easton will hold Veterans Day memorial services on the Stepney Green on November 11th at 11 a.m. I recommend all attend to acknowledge and remember our veterans. Grants, great news. Monroe has been approved for Sustainable CT. On September 9th, Town Council, I went over the Sustainable CT grant. Its mission is to foster inclusive, resilient, and vibrant Connecticut municipalities that provide opportunities for all to thrive by providing a menu of sustainability actions that build local economies, support equity, and respect the finite capacity of the environment. The town of Monroe was notified on Thursday, October 3rd, that we have been awarded the bronze level certification with Sustainable CT. Through this application selection process, Monroe has demonstrated our commitment to sustainability, ensuring a vibrant economy and healthy and resilient community in the future while achieving 335 points across 23 actions within 13 categories. I did mention in LNA that next council, I will have Rosa Marie, who is our grant writer now, who's doing a great job. She will be here to describe the task of getting Sustainable CT and then other grants that we're working very diligently on. Also, Aldi, time is finally here. Aldi will be having their grand opening October 17th at 9 a.m. Another amazing business in Monroe, adding less expensive grocery options during a time of high inflation, as well as creating a significant amount of local jobs. And that's my update. However, I do want to mention, for those of you that are here tonight, this is an ongoing concern with all of you. And since I've been in office, I have visited, I have talked to you many times. Some of you have visited my office as well. We've worked diligently to try to get you what you need. In this situation, as Town Council Chairman John Formicello said, it's a two-party system, and both parties need to find people that are willing to serve and will do a great job for you. I trust that both of them will find people for you. I know Elizabeth has been great, but since Alicia DeSanti has stepped down, correct, and Jocelyn. So I will also ask the vacancy chairman, because both parties have a vacancy chairman, to look hard to see if they can find somebody sooner or later to address your concerns, okay? And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on to unfinished business. We have no unfinished business this evening. Moving on to new business. Item A, I move that the town council accept the following donations that individually exceed $1,500, $20,000 from the Monroe First Foundation for the Pathway Pavilion at Wolf Park, $2,000 from Newtown Savings Bank for Project Warm, and $2,000 from Jensen Tire and Automotive for Project Warm. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Chair Lapellis. Mr. First Selectman?
Thank you, John. Once again, always thank you very much for these donations. Newtown Savings Bank, Jensen's Tire and Automotive, they're always donating and we appreciate it. One special announcement in this, I don't know if all of us know that the Monroe First Foundation was a 501c3 organization created by former First Selectman Ken Kellogg. His desire was to sponsor a gazebo in the park, and we have the two gazebos in our possession. We just need to put them together, but the $20,000 was a donation from Ken Kellogg and his 501c3 for that gazebo, one of those gazebos to the park. So once again, even in his absence, he's still, showing greatness. So thank you, former Selectman, Mr. Kellogg.
Thank you very much. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of accepting those donations, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to item B, resolution 24-142, Madam Vice Chair.
I move that the town council adopt resolution 24-142 to consider and act upon a resolution regarding the tree warden professional services agreement. That's all I have in terms of that. I read that. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. All right. Resolution 24-142, resolved that Terrence P. Rooney, first selectman of the town of Monroe, is authorized to execute and deliver on behalf of the town of Monroe the professional services agreement and any associated documents by and between Jacob Pollock for the provision of tree warden services.
We have a motion to adopt resolution 24-142. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Donald Wales. Mr. First Selectman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Historically, the function of the tree warden, the functions of the tree warden were performed by the park ranger. During the fiscal year 23 budget process, the park ranger position was transitioned into the Parks and Recreation Department, and the tree warden functions were budgeted under contracted services in the Department of Public Works. At that time, the Director of Public Works had recommended RJK Tree and Turf Services to perform these services, and they have served the town since. Our Director of Public Works has recently informed me that unfortunately RJK Tree and Turf Services must move on from employment with the town of Monroe and has recommended moving forward with Jacob Pollock, who is a Connecticut licensed arborist and Monroe resident. Attached for your review and consideration, the town professional services agreement in this regard, and this matter has been reviewed by our town attorney.
Thank you very much. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of adopting resolution 24-142, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to item 10, we have no unfinished matters of unfinished business. We have no unfinished matters of new business. There is no second public participation. I am adjourning this meeting at 7:18 p.m.